Hello, Mr. Burns government class. My name is Gabrielle Luke, and my family and I have lived in Hartford since 2006. Both my sons, Matthew and Andrew, are both Dothan Brook Otters. Andrew was actually even in Mr. Burns' first class at DBS. For me, I grew up in New Jersey back in the 1900s, and the first office that I ran for was class president in high school, and then student government in college down in Maryland. Here in Hartford, the first office that I ran for was at DBS's PTO. I served as the vice president and the president there. I've also been involved in town politics. I was elected to the school board and served 2 terms there. So that you know, one of my projects there was work to hire a new principal at DBS. And you all know who that is. So please tell Mr. D that I said hello. From 2015 to 2018, I served 2 terms in the Vermont General Assembly. I was voted by the people of our town as one of Hartford's 2 representatives in the Vermont House of Representatives. I sat in seat number 14 in the big red room, and I served both on General Housing and Military Affairs Committee, which does a lot of policy work, and then the Ways and Means Committee, which does a lot of work about taxes. I've also been elected as a Justice of the Peace in Hartford, and I'm running for that position again. So you'll find my name on the November 3rd ballot if you look for it, or on the 2nd page. I think that voting is very important. Your vote is your voice. I have not missed an opportunity to vote in a local, state, or national election since January of 1978, when I turned 18. In that time, I've lived in 5 different states, and I've always been an active voter. I make sure that the first week that I move somewhere new, that I go and I register to vote. This gives me an opportunity to not only be a registered voter, but to look at town hall, maybe meet the town clerk or the town manager, the folks that are in charge of making the town I live in work. I always vote. Even if there isn't a candidate that I believe in or support, I make sure that I write in a person's name who I think could do a really good job. This is something that we get to do in our country. It doesn't happen around the world. Not only do we vote for people, as Americans, we get to vote for laws and policy and how money gets spent. For example, in Hartford, the voters approved both the proposed town and school budgets. Our votes help to take care of our town and your school. In a way, you get to vote every day by making choices, whether it's what to eat or wear, what you play or read, and whether or not you do your chores. Choices and votes both have results and consequences. Your vote is personal. It's a private choice. You never have to tell anyone who or what you're voting for. My hope is, though, that you will only vote for things and people that you support and that you believe in. When you vote, it's important to do the research and to be part of the process by showing up. Your one vote can make a difference in an election. I'm often asked if I vote for myself, and the answer to that is yes, I do. I wouldn't run for office if I didn't think that I was the best person for the job and that I could be of service to my community. It's important. I would also say that I would be very sad if I lost an election by 1 vote. I will share with you that this is a very special election for my family. It's the first time that Matthew and Andrew get to vote in a presidential election. They're both registered voters in Vermont and are both away at college. Their absentee ballots have been mailed to them. Matthew is a junior at the University of North Carolina in Charlotte, and Andrew is in his first year at RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology in New York. So they are both mailing their votes back to Town Hall here in Hartford. I do not know who they're voting for. It's none of my business. It's their vote. Even with my name on the ballot, I fully support that it is their vote and I don't get to influence it or make choices for them. As their mom, I will say that I just hope that they do vote for people and for things that they support and that they believe in. That's the important piece. As Americans, it's our right and it's our job to vote. Whether or not we show up the election day at the high school gym, or whether or not we go to town hall and vote early, or whether or not we vote through the mail, it's all important. It's our vote and it counts. As fifth graders, do what you can to encourage people to get out and vote. Learn hard how our government works on the local, state, and national levels. Having Mr. Burns, I'm sure that's happening for you. And what I would ask is please promise me when the time comes that you register to vote and that you never miss a chance to vote locally, statewide, or nationally. Use your voice by voting. Thank you.